Counterattack back on location this week as our tour of Texas comes to a close at the home of the only varsity program in the state, Austin College. We talk with them and much more on a brand new Counterattack. Hi everyone, Greg Mescall here. Thanks for joining us on the Counterattack. We're here at the home of the Roos, Austin College, the only varsity team in the state of Texas. Their first full season for both the men and the women is now complete, but we talk with coaches and athletes and the athletic director about what this brand new program is doing and what they've meant to the area.
All of us are freshmen, so I feel like we instantly had a click. It was really easy to get a great team dynamic going on, but I think so far our first season has been really successful.
We feel we've hit the jackpot, with the kids that we have on campus. They're amazing kids. They're very almost desperate to learn and get better, and they're very coachable and they work hard. And all of us, from our school president to our freshmen on campus, take pride in being that first domino in Texas and hopefully doing things the right way.
It's been phenomenal for us. It's very exciting because we're like most other people in the South. Water polo was new for us. So to have these outstanding student athletes come in and to have our coaches come in and we get to learn the game. Our only regret with our first year is that we couldn't play more home games. But the few home games that we played, it's been packed. And most of us don't even know what we're watching, but we're just having so much fun. So the enthusiasm, the excitement, it's just been fun for us. I don't know how to explain it any other way.
It's all a part of making history. We were the first ones here, the first ones in Texas, all freshmen. So it was definitely a leap of faith for us because we had no idea what to expect, especially being freshmen because we had no college water polo experience. So it was definitely scary, but hopefully looking back on it in 10 years, I can just take pride in being a part of the first program here.
Now we turn to college water polo, where an NCAA champion was crowned this past weekend at Stanford University. Let's get you caught up with highlights and all the results. After two epic semifinals that both went to overtime, it came down to a rematch of last year. Stanford taking on USC. Trojans a one-goal winner last year in LA. Stanford looking to turn things around. Here are the highlights via NCAA.com. Timer to 4, on her legs, the low skimmer is in! Cat Class has tied this at 7. Power play now to Stanford. The USC 5-on-6 has been strong. That's a little too aggressive there from Weber, and Nuschel wasting no time, ripping the net from outside on the 6-on-4 connect, a 9-8 lead for Stanford. Clock has started. Longan works to Meggins. 3 seconds. Here's the foul. Here's the shot. Meggins loads it up. Off the post. That's game. Stanford wins the NCAA title. Water polo champs in 2019. The Cardinal reign supreme.
Watching that shot from the bench, it was amazing, and I think she really stepped up, and it's huge for a freshman like that to have that kind of reign and control over a game like that. And
I think that, to credit to Ari and just everyone at this table, and not even at this table, we can't get into a final without a semi. And Ari puts 5 goals in a semi. That's something you cannot disregard. We wouldn't be here right now if we didn't have everyone at this table. Emily in the goal. Kenzie Fisher draws an entire team to her. And so being able to have that aspect in the game, it opens you up. It opens other players up, and you have the opportunity to demand the ball.
And this sends us off to our final Cap 7 college scoreboard of the women's season. USC, that quarterfinal win over UC San Diego. Cal and Hawaii, that was a high-scoring affair. Stanford all over Pacific. UCLA downing Michigan after the Wolverines had a strong start. In the semis, those two games, they were instant classics. Head on over to NCAA.com to watch full replays. USC and Cal, and Stanford and UCLA both going to overtime. And that set up the final, where the Cardinal won it 9-8. Mackenzie Fisher named tournament MVP for the Cardinal. By the way, shout out Coach Gasper on Instagram. He predicted this score and matchup exactly before the game happened, 9-8 Cardinal. From there, we talk Cutino Award finalists, as the women's finalists were announced to join the men's finalists. On the men's side, Ben Halleck, Johnny Hooper, Alex Wolf. For the women, same 3 finalists as last year. Mackenzie Fisher, Paige Hochschild, and Amanda Longan. Longan the winner a year ago. The event takes place June 1st at the Olympic Club in San Francisco, and for the first time ever, it'll be live streamed. USA Water Polo will be live streaming the entire Cutino Awards event with a 1-hour pre-show. Myself and Cammie Craig will be hosting the evening for the pre-show, giving way to Chris Dorst as the MC. We'll be talking with all the finalists and award winners and many more folks from the water polo community. Be sure to join us. Now we talk high school champions. Champions crowned this past weekend in the state of Missouri. Highlights here via CityLink TV. St. Louis University High School, Parkway West, tied at 5. Came down to this. The 1-goal win for SLU, 6-5. They take the title. Over to Florida in the boys championship. Gulliver edging Olympia 16-14, the 60th overall state title for Gulliver Athletics programs. To the girls, Ransom Everglades. They scored the first 7 in this one on the way to an 11-6 win over Winter Park. New Mexico, the boys' title going to the AHS Westside squad, while the girls' Westside team also taking the title. Congrats to all of our state champs. More to come as high school champs are crowned around the country. And now we turn to big events coming this week. First up, the Fisher Cup and National League Championship heads to UC San Diego. 2 big days of water polo as we crown a National League champion. Then across the country in Clearwater, Florida, we've got open water polo in Clearwater Beach. A whole bunch of water polo going on. Here are all the details. First up, Fisher Cup, UC San Diego. The scene here's a look at all the teams competing. All the National League squads minus Commerce are involved. National League Championship is at stake. And then some new teams in the mix, including Mexico and the Power Squad, among others, live streaming both pools in La Jolla on the USA Water Polo live stream channels at Facebook and YouTube. From there to Clearwater, Florida. These are the teams competing at the first ever USA Water Polo Clearwater Beach Challenge. We'll have live streaming from that event as well on YouTube and Facebook on the USA Water Polo channels. And we caught up earlier with one team looking forward to the event, the Southside Honey Badgers.
We're taking a 1600 boys team. We heard it was beach water polo, which is pretty fun. We always have a core group of like 5 or 6 guys that really want to go do stuff together. And we're always trying to build that 7th and 8th and 9th guy and to build the bench and the team. And this is an opportunity just to go 4-on-4. You can have some closer friends go as a close group, and we're excited about something a little bit different. And an opportunity to play in Florida, and outdoors is something we don't get to experience a lot, so it's going to be more important to work as a team defense, make them step up and have to do more, because they can't just pass it off to the next guy and just be a role player. Everyone's got to be a playmaker, so it's an exciting, different, kind of more dynamic, hopefully, water polo that we'll see.
And last but not least, academic All-American nominations are being accepted. Get over to usawaterpolo.org now to get your application in. Check out the important deadlines for both when your application is due and when your transcript is due. Important stuff there. Best of luck to everyone submitting as we recognize the best of water polo athletes both in the pool and in the classroom. And now we close out our show as we do every week with our social media send-off brought to you by Cobian. We begin with our weekly winner of a free pair of Cobian sandals. And our free sandal winner, shout out to BR Minnick on Instagram when the Florida Gators won the Collegiate Club Water Polo title. A lot of folks were excited, so was BR Minnick, and now they are a recipient of a brand new pair of Cobian sandals. On to the rest of the social media send-off. Tony Azevedo brought up a great point. 2 excellent games on Saturday. A lot of folks within driving distance. Could have had more fans in the stands. Love to see water polo supported. Would love to see more people both attending games in person and watching them online. That is one of the great ways the sport can grow. Mother's Day this past Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to all the water polo moms out there. One example here via Tim Larson of Water Polo Moms Everywhere, doing big things for the water polo community. And we love seeing splash ball growing all across the country, coming to Ohio as well. Good stuff here from Marlins Polo. And we end on Arya Stark of Game of Thrones, Arya Fisher of Stanford Water Polo. They've both had some big Sundays recently, if you follow the hit show on HBO. And what does Arya Fisher say to the idea of losing at home in the NCAA Championship match?
Not today.
There's some of the best water polo on the internet. Keep it coming. Tag us at USAWP. Use the hashtag counterattack. That's all for this week's episode from right here at Austin College in Sherman, Texas. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, when you're on the counterattack, even on the Texas tour, look weak side.